young player named Ahmed Rosario, who came over from the Mets in the Lindor trade, is at shortstop, and big Bobby Bradley is over at first base for the Indians. Here's the Royals lineup today against Shane Bieber. Nicky Lopez will lead off. He'll be at second base. Batting second at shortstop is Bobby Witt Jr. Hitting third at first is Carlos Santana. Batting fourth is the designated hitter Jorge Soler. Hitting fifth and playing in center field is Michael Taylor. Had the lowest ERA in the American League last year. Nicky swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, and the game begins with a strikeout.
The shortstop, number 7, Bobby Witt Jr.
Bieber not only won the
important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
It's a beautiful sunny day in Goodyear, Arizona. There are no clouds in sight. Sitting up here in the broadcast booth behind home plate, just panning all the way from west to east. There are no clouds in the sky, and it's starting to warm up. It was a cool day here yesterday, at least for Arizona standards. The high temperature only got into the low. Hernandez runs again, and Rosario belts one into deep right center field on a fastball. On the move is Taylor, and he runs it down on the warning track and then makes a good throw back to first, and Santana is there for a double play. And it's picked up, or at least there was a gust when Rosario hit that ball, because he hit it hard, and I think Hernandez thought it was going to get down, so he took off. Taylor ran it down and got it to Santana for an 8-3 inning-ending double play. So at the end of one in Goodyear, no score. Side. Line drive, base hit right field. Nice swing going the other way. Johnson runs to the line and gets it before it rolls into the corner, and so long single. So Jorge is safe at first base, safe in the salon. Great Clips want you to look great and stay safe. That's the Great Clips, Great Cares promise. Of 2019, when his team went on to win the World Series. There's a little half swing, line drive into right field, and that's a base hit. Soler will stop at second, and that's a really good at bat. Nobody out. And the timing was perfect, where I was talking about all of his strikeouts, and here he is facing the pitcher who won the Cy Young last year. And Shane Bieber isn't in midseason form, and he's probably working on things, as we say, early in spring training. But Taylor right, but it dropped foul. Here's the one-strike pitch, and it's swung on in a line drive to center field. Zimmer goes back, and it's going to sail over his head and up against the wall. Soler rounds third. Taylor is right behind him. Soler touches home. Taylor touches home. That's how close they were running together. And Emmanuel Rivera, who hasn't played above Double-A and is getting a chance to show off in front of the coaching staff today, hits a 2-run double, and the Royals lead 2-0.
Right, and he was really high on Emmanuel Rivera. He said, I think he's going to be a late bloomer. He's very fine defensively, soft hands, good arm over at third base, but he goes, I think he's going to be one of those guys that has developing power. It's not there yet, but he goes,
bases. Line drive, base hit right field. Up with it is Johnson, and that's before Rivera hit third, and the throw to the plate was in plenty of time, but it skips by Perez, and so Rivera will score. And so it was a gamble, but with 2 outs, the Royals are really going to push the envelope, especially on a minor league outfielder. But the ball was hit so hard that Johnson had the ball in his glove, and he was throwing basically as Rivera was crossing third base. So a good throw, and Emmanuel is out by quite a while. There goes Heath to third. Perez's throw is not in time. That was an interesting slide by Nick Heath. It was a good throw by Perez, who's an excellent defensive catcher. And I think if Nick goes straight into the bag with his lead foot, he's safe, but he slid by the base with 2 down, and Bobby Witt Jr. comes up. The Royals did all of that against Shane Bieber, who had a 1-2-3 first inning, and then the Royals
along with that.
Tap to the third base side, and the pitcher McCarty tried to run it down. He tried to swipe it with his glove, and it rolls away on. That'll score Heath from third, so it's 4-0 Royals, and Lopez moves up to second. I got to think that's going to be a base hit. That was going to be a tough play for the pitcher, even if he was able to field it cleanly, plant his feet, turn it. I'm going to give it a base hit. I don't care what the official scorer says, and it is a base hit, so he agrees with me. So an infield base hit and an RBI, and now here's the ninth. Got the wild card spot. Minnesota winning the division. There's a good breaking ball, and it's swung on and missed, and Kowar gets his first strikeout.
And that's impressive because that is the pitch he's been working on the most, because he's been a fastball changeup guy in his college career and then early minor league career. So you see a
swing and a line drive into right center field. Taylor runs over from center to cut it off. And Perez is on with a 1-out single. He had a good swing on a fastball at 90. And now Daniel Johnson comes to the plate. You worry about all those big bats in their lineup, and Austin Hedges had a little line drive base hit to right field. Santana backhands, throws down to second, and the Royals get the lead runner, Roberto Perez. That was a tough hop for Carlos, but he made it. Johnson will be at first with 2 down. You know, I was talking to our good buddy Tom Hamilton before the game. Hammy's a longtime radio voice of the Indians, and Stu and I were what just occurred on the field, a 3-6 force out. Bradley Zimmer steps in, 2 down, and he swings and lines it into right field. That'll drop for a base hit. Johnson rounds second and heads to third, and Nick Heath's throw is a little bit offline. And the Indians have runners at first and third with 2 down. The Indians just loved about him at first base is how fearless he is on the throw down to second base on a 3-6 putout. That, you know, a lot of first basemen are uncomfortable with that play, especially a right-hand throwing.
Moustakas had the same kind of confidence.
Bradley takes a called third strike. So Kowar strands 2 with his second strikeout at the bottom of the second inning. So at the end of 2 in Goodyear, it's the Royals 4 and Cleveland nothing.
Stuffed crust lovers, some of you been waiting for this moment.
The right field is right when we were talking about all the strikeouts he had last year. Now he bunts to the third base side in a beauty. Ramirez comes in from third and throws in time. And that was a perfect play and throw by Ramirez. And that's what that play required to get Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, he was playing a couple of steps back and bolted in and had to barehand the ball. Just an excellent player, Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, take nothing away from Michael Taylor's bunt at all. That's usually a big side, and the count is 2-0.
Yeah, I remember reading about Angel and that.
And another 2-2. And Ramirez swings and misses. Looks like he got him with a changeup. And there's one away.
Wow.
I've heard it often said that, what do you say about a pitcher? He's 2 big league hitters you'll see today with what they call a closed stance. There's a line drive into center field for a hit. 2 hops to Taylor. Here comes Rosario around second, and the throw is just a little bit too late. So the Indians hope to see more of that this year. And it's now a 4-1 Royals lead. Hernandez stopped at second base. 1 ball and no strikes. Ahmed Rosario walked to begin the inning. Cesar Hernandez walked. And then Zerpa struck out Jose Ramirez, but then Eddie Rosario. Here's the pitch, and Perez grounds it to third. Rivera has it. He comes to the plate and it's low. And Gallagher, like blocking a pitch in the dirt, is able to scoop it. And the Royals get the force at home. Cesar Hernandez. If he could do it again, might have taken one more step to just slow himself down enough to make a more accurate throw. And there was a chance for it would have been a 5-2. Here's the 1-2. Swinging and a foul tip. So Johnson is out. And out of all that, Cleveland gets just one run. Fizz will have the play-by-play when we come back. We've played 3 in Goodyear. It's the Royals 4 and Cleveland 1.
Against 102 strikeouts. That's very impressive. Bradley jumps on one and absolutely hammers it down the right field line, and it bangs off of the run. Wow, he absolutely crushed that pitch. And that cuts the Royal lead to 4-2. Well, that's been the Bobby Bradley story in his professional career. A lot of power, but also a lot of strikeouts. Struck out his first time up. So a 4-2 ball game, and now Ahmed Rosario will be the batter. The Royals a couple of years back. Kalish 0-2, swung on line, sharply caught by Rivera. And he'll throw it to second base and get the double play, as on the move was Ahmed Rosario, but a 5-3 double play. Clase with the pitch, and Isbell lines one solidly to left field for a hit. So he's on for the second time. So the Royals have a speed guy on, and they have their leadoff man on for the 3rd straight inning. Let's see if they can get him around. Gallagher will be the batter. Being held on by Maribel. Here's the pitch, a swing, a grounder to third, backhanded by Jones. Throws it away as he fired to second base wildly. Gallagher will be safe at first. Isbell jumps up and races to third. So the Royals have him on first and third with nobody out to start the 6th inning. And away from Owen Miller, who is waiting to receive it at second base, and it sailed into right field, backed up nicely by the right. Now Ryan McBroom will pinch hit for Nick Heath. And McBroom was outstanding last year, coming off the bench. On the line at third. Olivares away from first. Here's the pitch, a swing and a drive to right. Well struck. That ball's going to find the gap, and over the head of the right fielder Benson. In comes Isbell. Right behind Olivares. The throw will get him. Booming double by Ryan McBroom to make it a 5-2 Royal lead, but Olivares cut down at the plate.
Well, McBroom in mid. He seemed very comfortable in that role last year, like you talked about.
Boy, did he ever. And one of the things I really admire about Ryan McBroom, he doesn't always try and pull the baseball. And that was an example like that. He has batter for Cleveland. He is batting at Daniel Johnson's spot. Well, Benson came on defensively. That
it was Salvador Perez. I mean, the list is really impressive, the guys that Hunter Dozier joins.
There's a ground ball base hit through the whole left side, and it's fielded by Ryan McBroom. His throw will be cut off. A run scores, and that makes it identify, okay, here is your core. And Hunter Dozier not only has the great baseball ability, and he's a fine athlete with a strikeout, then the next 3 reached. Here's the pitch. He went on a slider that was sweeping low and away, struck him out. But the Indians do score a run, and they cut the Royal lead to 5-3. Stu will have the call for you when we come back in the 7th inning.
Really had a rough 2019. Swings at this one, hits it the other way, deep left center field. That's going to be one hopping off the wall as it's over the head of the left fielder Valera, and into second with a double is Prado. Now he makes the turn, goes about a third of the way to third as the throw gets away from the third baseman, but he scrambles back to second base, and Nick Prado goes the other way. Good to see him loft one into the gap in left center, and it one hops the wall. So Nick Prado has his first hit of Cactus League play. And that will bring up Dungan. Clay Dungan, D-U-N, minor league clubs. Here's Bubba Starling. He'll swing, grounded through the hole into left field, a base hit. Prado rounding third. He stumbled. Now he's going to hold up at third base. But Bubba Starling with his second hit of the day, a couple of base hits. The first one went into center, that one went into left. And the batter will be their third baseman for the bulk of this game, the last part of this game, Gabriel Cancel. Right-handed batter. So Omaha and Northwest Arkansas are set, but the Royals have two new full season Class A affiliates. His first spring action. There's an opposite field soft liner and a base hit played by Eric Pena out there in right field. So Clement has a one plate Taylor. Actually, they've got a new catcher now, and that would be Brian Lav. Strikeout. He did give up a triple to Reyes. There's a pitch and a swing and a miss and a good slow breaking ball from Spire. He has his second strikeout. So two down, runner at first base. The batter will be Will Benson, who's their right fielder for the second half of this game. Jake Brentz came on and pitched the sixth inning, gave up a lefty. Gabe Spire getting a workout here in this seventh inning. Now another payoff pitch, swing and a soft liner into the gap in left center. Over to plate is McBroom. And making the turn and going to third is Clement. So they're at the corners now. Two-run Royals lead. Here will be Alex Call. Call is the center fielder. He's batting in the spot where originally it was Bradley Zimmer who started this game. Went 1 for 2. Better and better over each of the next several years. Swing, fly ball, right field, shallow right. Eric Pena coming in. He's there. He's got it. And that'll take care of Cleveland. They get a couple of singles off of Gabe Spire, but they do not score. We go to inning number 8. They're going to be starting their season several weeks after the big leaguers. There's a liner into right center, a base hit, a solid single by Nick Deeney. Over to play at their right fielder is Benson. Out single. That will bring up Ryan McBroom, who drove in a run with a booming double to right center back in the 6th inning. Right-handed hitter, former Yankee minor leaguer for a long time.
Anderson Miller will come on to pinch run for Deeney.
Well, and he's now the runner over there at first base. 30 miles an hour. We've gotten up to 71 here. There's a ball hit hard and high and deep to left field, and that ball is going to be out of here with a left field fence. And Ryan McBroom with his first homer of the spring, his second extra base hit of the day, a 2-run homer to left field, and he's getting off to a hot start as he stretches the Royals lead to 7-3. So a 2-run homer to left, and Ryan McBroom has driven in 3 of the Royals' 7 runs.
He works that low outside corner with his low 90s.
And here's a wave and a miss at a slider down and in, and he strikes him out. So there's out number 1.
You've got to have that guy, that bridge where you might have your 3 or 4 main bullpen arms, but a guy you can bring in the middle innings that all of a sudden.
Ballpark beyond the outfield fence, left field foul pole over the right field foul pole. Grounded to the left side, coming in third baseman Cancel. Double clutches, throws, and a little bit late. So a 1-out base runner for Cleveland as Arias is on. So Cancel came in and he scooped it up as he cut in front of Guzman, but then he had a little trouble getting a grip on the baseball, and just that little bit of. And that's the. So Newberry continuing to throw strikes to this right-handed batter in the 0-2 swing and a little looper. It's going to be a base hit. Into play it is McBroom. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and we have a 2-run game at 7-5. It's a 2-run single. And the Royals lead is just 2 runs now. And going to third on the play is Valera. Yeah, those walks not helping Newberry. Here comes Cal Eldred, the Royals pitching coach. 21 rule. There's a grounder to the right side. Second baseman Lopez has it go right between his legs, and a run will score, and wickets. And a run comes in from third. Coming in is Valera, and it's now a 7 instead. We play on.
he let the ball play him. He didn't charge it. He waited back on it flat-footed, and it just went right between his legs. And I think if he charges, makes the quick toss, it's an E crashing.
2-2 swing and a high fly ball. Deep left center. That is way, way, way out of here. My goodness, he hit that ball a long way. A home run for Suli Matite to 6. As you were saying, it makes a different sound, and that one, you know, we were right next to the Goodyear Airport, and that one looked like it was taken off for 30,000 feet. My goodness.
I was watching this young fan who was up near one of the palm trees, and he took off running because it was beyond both bullpens, beyond the scoreboard, and then it ricocheted up onto the sidewalk.
Bubba starts from the first base side of the rubber. This righty, and the pitch, swing and a miss, and a good breaking ball, and he gets him with a strikeout. That is Snyder's first strikeout on the day. Good slider down and away. And Nolan Jones, who's playing third base the second half of this game, he came on for Jose Ramirez mid-game. He will get his bright sunshine on the pitcher's mound, shadows for the batter, and a swing and a miss, and a pitch away, a strikeout. Colin Snyder gets the final 2 hitters via the strikeout. He finishes this thing off, and the Royals have an 8-6 victory